Today we're going to do our best to maintain the coolest house on the block status with the AtGames Legend Pinball 4KP. A huge thank you to AtGames for providing this for today's video. Looks like I have a bit of work to do to get this set up. Let's get started. Now putting this together was pretty simple. We have the bottom piece that we need to add the legs on. I just set it on the side here, propped it up on some boxes, was able to quickly get the legs installed. I just needed somebody to help me lift it up. My wife was able to easily do that. So then we have the top piece right here, and you're going to take off the back to be able to screw it in. And here you need to put the wing nuts in from the top down, then it will actually stay in place. Now next we have the topper, which is an optional accessory that you can pick up, which is pretty cool. Add some extra lighting effect here on the top. So that was easy to put in. There's just some wing nuts that you screw into the top, and then you need to plug it into the wiring. So then I just need to verify all the wiring. And so in here, I'm going to verify that everything is plugged in. Up here, there is a schematic on where everything goes. Now, after I did that, I turned it on and it didn't turn on. But I found that there was one cable right here that needed to be plugged into the power. So then the cable went all the way from here down to right there. Then once I plug that in, it now turns on. So let's go ahead and put all the back together. And down here, there are 3 HDMI ports, a USB 1 and a USB 2, and then Ethernet. Which these ports can be used to plug in your PC to use it on all 3 displays. And boom, now we have it all set up. So first we need to pull off the tape. That definitely sounded like some dinosaur. And now I have finished the install, and this just looks so cool. Now there is one tiny little speck of dust in here, but I can take off the glass right here with the screws and kind of blow that out so that it is much cleaner. And then all we need to do is turn it on, and there is a switch right under here.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Topper is on. You do have some brightness controls on the back for that. And there you can see this has 3 different screens. Now the first thing that surprised me about this is the resolution. Now it says 4K. You think, oh yeah, I watch 4K TV all the time. But on this 32-inch display, the 4K looks so good. I'm really impressed by how high quality it is. Now this is limited edition, and right here you have your limited edition number, and this is number 7. Pretty cool. Now to get this set up, you will need to use the controls here. So you have a joystick where you can scroll through, and you have a play and a back button that you will use to enter in account information, log it into Wi-Fi, and then you'll need to go through a few updates. And I have already completed all of those steps. So here on the main screen, it opens right up to the different games that you have. So you can do all the tables and games that you have on here. You can go to the App Store, and there are a ton of different boards that you can buy and download to this. You can add your favorites. Here you have what's called pinball.net, where you can browse a bunch of other classic styles. And here, if I go to them, I can then just install any of those that I want to have added. And then here we have all kinds of different settings that we can go to. So let's go ahead and see here all the different options I have. So it comes with these 3 different Jurassic Park options: pinball, pinball mayhem, and pinball. And then a Jurassic World pinball. And then I had some other codes for the Trolls pinball, Kung Fu Panda, Dragons, and a few others. Now let's go ahead and play this one. So there we have the option to select play. And here we have some pretty cool sound effects in the background. So we're just going to tap play. And of course, just like any pinball down here. Ah, missed it. And though the game board is digital, when I press the button over here, there is a mechanical slap in the machine, so it actually sounds like I'm hitting just like I would on a real pinball machine. And when the game is over, I have the option to put in my initials, and then it puts us on the leaderboard. And I can push the home button at any time and go down to exit the game. And so for the pinball.net, it comes with a 60-day trial of this. You can go through and find any of the games that you want to play. lots and lots of classic pinball options. Ooh, Polar Edition. Let's go ahead and get this. So we're going to install that and add it to our internal storage. And now we can play. And up here at the top, you do have some volume controls as well as a channel button for different things. There the ball comes. Like I said, this display looks so good. And with these buttons on the side, I even have the option to shake the board if I need to. You can see that shaking a little bit. I can do that from the right, the left, the right, and the bottom. All right, let's play. And you can add multiple players if you want. Ah, no way. Game over. Bummer. And then also while you're playing at the bottom, you'll hear some other effects from the bottom sounding like a real pinball machine that has actual different parts to it that it gets stuck in and it moves around, that it hits. And I love over here, there's different paddles as well. So it's not only just one, different boards make it so it's like you have a whole new pinball board, which is so cool. Now this of course is the Jurassic Park model, but there are a ton of different other options available online for whatever you most like. But then there are a bunch of different types of styles that you can get. So this one actually has what is called the SSF kit, which is the surround sound feedback. And this is so awesome. So built into this, not only do we have our 2 speakers up here, but we also have 4 other right and left speakers built into the base. And then there's also a subwoofer and then feedback, meaning when you are playing the game, if certain things hit and do different things like that, you're going to kind of feel that, and then there's going to make some loud sounds at the bottom. So it kind of feels like a real pinball machine with things moving around and stuff like that. Let me show you what that sounds like.
I'm looking for options.
So as I have my hands on the board, I'm getting all kinds of different haptic feedback, and just the board itself is making all kinds of noises from that feedback. And then there are some other accessories that are available. I already talked about the topper up here, but you can also get an arcade control pad where you place it right here, and there's a USB in there that you can attach it to, and then you can play different arcade games. Now, built into this is just pinball, but you also have the option to connect this to your PC at the back, so you can have it play right on here. You can use Steam on your computer to be able to play games on here, and you could use that controller to be able to play those games. Now, I'm not an expert at this, but I'll leave a full video from Tampa Tech all about how you can do this. So huge shout out to him. Make sure you check out that video I link at the end. So down here at the bottom, we have all of our tables and games. So these are all the things that we have either purchased or that have come with the machine. And then here you have App Store X. So this is where you can go through and buy different games that you may be interested in. So you can clearly see what it is. If you select it, then it will tell you how much it's going to cost, and so on. So if we go back here, and then we go down to favorites. So if you are on the all tables and games mode and you find a game that you want to favorite, you can come over here to the side and push the white button, and then that is going to put a star on it and add it to your favorites. You can push it again to take that off. Then we have Pinball Net. So I already talked about how it has all kinds of different games. Well, these are available right now because when you order, you do get 60-day trial of this. You can kind of try out the games before you go and make purchases, but then you can also subscribe to this so that you have these available at all times. And here in the settings, there are all kinds of different options that you can adjust. So one of the things you can do is go to the SSF settings. So these are the surround sound feedback, and you have the option to adjust the front speakers. So they were a little loud. I'm going to put them to moderate. You have side speakers, you have the subwoofer, and then here you have the rear speakers set at loud, and you can always reset back to default. We're going to go back here. And then another setting I want to adjust is parental controls. Now, there's not too many games that the kids couldn't play, but there's a few that I may not want them to be able to get to. So here we're going to go in and we can go to the settings lock, and then we can enable it. So we can turn this on and we can set a pin code. All right, so there I have my pin code entered in. Got to do it a second time. So here we have the option to create a separate account, and then you can also switch between users. So we can just go in here and create an account under me. I could have up to, I think it said 4 accounts there, and then please limit usernames to 10 characters. So then I can go through and create an account for them. So here I have now created them a new sub account, and then we can go and submit. And now we can choose that account. And so here we have the option to hide any subscription options. There it's automatically hiding the online multiplayer, bring your own games, we're going to hide that, and we're going to hide App Store X. So now they only have the option to see those. So, all right, so now that we've created that account, let's go ahead and switch users. So we're going to play Tech for Kids and select. And now when we go in here to play the games, it's only showing the games that I had on here. It's not showing any extras that have been downloaded, so that's kind of nice. If I don't want them seeing some of the other ones, these are the only options that they have available. And now that the parental controls are enabled, let's see what the kids think about this.
What's that?
Cool pinball machine.
Where did you get this?
It's so hard to see. What the heck?
Right here are the things.
Feels like a real pinball machine. It vibrates inside.
Oh my gosh, that's when the screen says game over, then game over.
There you go.
So hard. Oh.
And let's take a look at some of the other boards. Here's the Dragons Pinball.
Hope you're hungry. Okay. Careful! Yes, not safe. Stop.
Then here at any time we can go in and see the leaderboard. Here we have a local leaderboard, and then we have online leaderboard. Here's one called Universe. And up here I can easily change the volume as well as the haptics by pushing the channel button. The paddles and the sounds on here are so classic. I love this. And Monster Bash.
The creatures of the night, but music remains.
I just love that minty formaldehyde flavor.
Come on, two with us.
There you can see a zombie in the water. Crazy.
Yeah, look, today turned out to be a really bad day for me.
Double jackpot, triple jackpot, super jackpot.
Ah, I lost one. No! And here at the end of the game, I can go ahead and put in my initials. I've already done it once, so now it's giving me the option to do it again. It's going to show my summary of my score. And then here, let's check out the leaderboard. So we go to menu, leaderboard. There, I'm the top of this board, of course. And then down here, you can see how many they have, which I was pretty far off. So here are the top scores in the 2 billions, and I was almost 87 million. So a little ways to go before I'm able to get further. Now here on each game, you will notice that it has the little trophy. That is games that participate in the leaderboard to be able to get onto that leaderboard and so on, so you can know those games are qualified. So having that leaderboard element is actually really fun, as it makes this kind of more like a public pinball machine where you go and you try and compete with other people that might be at the arcade, but this way you can do it all from the comfort of your own home. So it's really nice that you have that option available. And you can also check out more about the leaderboard at the QR code that pops up sometimes after you play a game. And then if you want to go and hang out with others that have this as well, you can go to the Facebook page of AtGames, and they have some cool contests on there and other things like that. So make sure you go ahead and give them a follow. And so that is the AtGames Legend 4K Pinball. This is such a cool machine. I love how there are so many different types of boards, and you have this cool effect with the different screens, the high scoreboard right here, and it's just an awesome thing to have in the home. I think it's going to keep the kids busy all winter long. Now, I really liked having that surround sound kit built in. So instead of just a screen that you're playing a game on, you have all those different effects where you hear the pinballs make noise, and then underneath there's some other things moving so that it sounds like you're playing on a real pinball machine. And the quality of this just looks so good. And I love how you have this full experience with the other screens here and the high score board right here, which is cool. Now you also have the option to attach your PC to this. You can get the game board add-on, I think, to be able to fully control that. So overall, I'm super impressed with all this can do. Now, if you have any further questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to pick up one of your limited edition Jurassic Park sets as well, where they have a ton of different options, you can check those out down in the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.